Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Basil's First channel. On today's episode, it's the tiny races in the E group, and I was absolutely mortified by the bad power-up units. It was like when one rider seen it, another rider would pop their power-up, and it's like it really cost a lot of riders a lot of positions, especially in the very last race. It was horrifying. And a lot of these guys this is not their first time racing. But I was absolutely mortified by why they were doing it. So we're going through the first sprint banner here. And you can see these guys, none of these guys ahead of me have their power-ups. And you see one guy pop, another guy pops. There's not another banner coming up. So all these guys ahead are taking themselves out of the final sprint. Like, they're done. Like, I just don't get it. So this is very interesting. Oh, by the way, Zwift let me in to the E group, so I didn't do anything nefarious. Zwift did this to themselves. So yeah, I started seeing some power up. I'm like, okay, maybe these guys are gonna move. I actually didn't pop as much as I wanted to. I wasn't quite sure how many real sprinters we had in here. So we had one pure sprinter. He'll be beating me here. I could have probably got him if I would have went a little bit harder, but I was like, just save the legs a little bit. He was a non-factor in the New York one here. Okay, so the bad arrow power-ups at the other sprint banner, yeah, that was bad. This was atrocious. Like, this is absolutely shooting yourself in the foot here. This is when I knew I had a really good chance of taking the all-out win. So on the road, I got fifth place. So, and on Swift Power, I believe I got fourth or third, depending on the rules, if they're applied correctly. So, as soon as it's like, this is a tiny bump, but it was like one guy saw it and they all did it. Like, this is, I'm looking around going, none of these guys are going to be out the end. It's like I not that I recognize the guy, but I recognize the guy's team who's directly behind me with the green and red jersey and black. So a few guys. This isn't a terrible spot, but you guys will see where I did mine. Like, so here's where we started just shredding riders out the back. I believe we go around the corner before I cut it to the end. So I was in about 12th position or so. It's bouncing around a bit. Clearly, I was in the 4th position there. It's kind of funny. So a lot of the sprinters lost mega time here, or mega points, I guess. So this is then I just start pushing up through these guys here. I think these guys, a lot of them were just running out of steam here. This is quite quite easy of a push. Okay, so right now I'm in 8th position. I have the feather, and this is the steepest part of this course. Like, if you're going to use a feather, this is probably the very best time. So I hit it. I do attack with it. So I made sure that I got 5th place. Like, I'm not catching. To discount the top 2 guys, they're not. They're how Swift works sometimes. They're not actually in the lead, but you can see the guys are 12, 20 seconds, 30 seconds up the road. I'm not catching them. But none of those guys were sprinters. So that was good. But yeah, so on the New York climb, KOM, that's the spot to do the feather. If anybody's wondering. And we just I kind of slow roll. I'm just making sure that M Buff was going to come back and catch that blind. That guy there was different. All right. Nothing happened at the start. So here's the master class of me doing the ghost power up here again. And remember, it disables itself at 400 meters out from the line. So I'm going, and I'm gone. And it's quite a while before someone starts to panic. Like, I have a 2-second lead on most of the guys. The legs weren't 100%. I think I wanted to do only like 600 watts for 30 seconds or something. I had the sprint from last round. He got absolutely hammered on the New York con. So that's a second. I believe a third on Swift Power. A first. So down to the last race here. So this is the area where, if you have the steamroller, this is a very good spot to go and use it. So I do a half. I do like a. I wouldn't say half effort here. I do a third effort here. So this route ends on the con. So important for a little slightly bit later. So you can see we get a little stretch here. I think we wound up with like 30 guys after. I think we had like 45 guys in the group, but a lot of them had to chase back. But I believe this person here who's just passing me did the steamroller there as well. So. Okay, so we just have gone through another sprint banner and look at all these steamrollers. This is not a dirt section. So I state something. I do put something in the chat here, but like, it's the truth. All these guys here have taken themselves out of the final little bit. So I did technically leave slightly. And I should have went hashtag noobs, but so I told everybody here to take notes here, and like, a lot of these guys are still doing it. Whoever didn't pop was still doing their power ups. Way too early here. Like, doing it on the flat part of the section, Nah, nah, don't do that. So as as we continue up here, I'm in 28th position or so. I'm still setting myself up pretty good here. So, so I'm just I like to go after this bridge. It's a spot that I've chosen. I so I do the steamroller. Uh, watch me absolutely fly by all these guys here. I absolutely just fly by these guys. I was actually surprised that I caught one of these guys up here. And I just about got this guy for first. Though he only did this one race, and then I left the guy behind me just out sprint. It didn't sprint. I was confident that I had the outright victory. So there we go, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, but only if you like big watts.